Welcome to everyone watching the Cyclone booth coverage of the Russellville Cyclones. We hope we've worked through some issues that we had last night. We know we had some internet issues, and just want to, I'll mention this during our broadcast, but know that usually when we have that, it's usually because of what we are limited to. And although this is a very nice arena, it's also one of the first arenas built, and it was built without internet. And when they brought it in, not all the ports work, and what's worse is some of them work part of the time. So we believe that we've been given one that's going to work for us. We tested it, so if not, then we'll just make do with what we can. If we have to start a new stream, we will. But the clock that you're seeing is how much time until this game will be stopped, or the game players be introduced. We had one game beforehand, and it put us just a couple minutes behind, so they didn't allow them as much time as what they initially said. They initially said they'd allow 15 to 20 minutes, but that was Little Rock Catholic defeating Hot Springs 44-38. And for a while there, until with about a minute left, we thought the game might be going overtime because it was that 2-point game, and it was tied and 2 points, and worried that it might push our start time back. Cyclones defeated Watson Chapel last year at their place by 8, and they draw them here in day 2 of this classic. Again, they knew who they were going to play going into it. They knew it was going to be Watson Chapel. Watson Chapel currently 4-4 on the season with big wins against Springdale Harbor by 4 and Lake Hamilton, a 1-point loss to Lake Hamilton. They played some tough teams. They defeated Hot Springs 61-54. Lost to Marion, lost a really close one to Stuttgart, and they are coming in this game 4-4. Cyclones 3-5, but probably, I think it's safe to say the toughest non-conference schedule that Coach Pennington has ever faced, and he did that on purpose. We'll be mentioning that throughout the game, throughout the year, and even maybe in the next game or two, we'll talk to Coach about that. Maybe after Tuesday night's game against Little Rock Parkview, I'll ask him about that. Because all the games that he did it with a purpose, and I get a chance to sit down and talk to him. And Tuesday night be a good time to talk to him about that, because Tuesday night when they host Parkview, the boys and girls host Parkview, that'll be our first game on the radio also, where we're doing not just the stream but the radio. So that'll be Tuesday night at Cyclone Arena. If you're not around, you can tune us in here on the Cyclone booth. You can also tune us in on the radio, 102.3. We'll say the radio feed is that'll be the first game for that. We will be doing all the rest of the games on the radio also. So if anything ever happens with internet issues, you can always tune in the radio immediately, and we'll be on. That's starting Tuesday. Both teams, the girls and boys, will take a break and have Hoops for Hunger. We'll talk about that at halftime coming up this game. Do want to give a shout-out to not just the boys for their big win against Conway yesterday, 62-44, but the girls. They pulled a huge upset at Rogers, defeating the Lady Mounties. The Lady Cyclones won that one 53-50 in overtime, and that's not the biggest upset they've had this season. Remember, they beat Bryant in the Morrilton tournament, so they're going to play some close games there, and they're going to pull some upsets there. Congratulations to the Lady Cyclones for that big win last night up in Northwest Arkansas. We're about 3.5 minutes away from getting the official starting lineups. We know who the Cyclones are going to start, because we were all kind of have an in and are tipped off a little bit. And go ahead and tell you that before they do the announcements. But it'll be the same starting 5 as been since the Rogers game. It'll be a 6-foot senior guard, number 1, Danye May. Number 2, Hayes Vines, is 6'1" senior. Number 3, Grayson Sims, he's a 5'11" senior. Marcus Jackson, 6'6" senior, number 5. And number 23, the sophomore, 6'3" forward, Cameron Frazier. Cameron did not score last night, but he made his presence known with 5 block shots. Unofficially had him for 11 rebounds and playing through some foul trouble in that game. Last night in the victory, had 3 players in double figures. Danye May with 21, Grayson Sims with 19, Hayes Vines with 11. It was broken down very, very interesting. Danye May scored all of Russell's points in the first quarter. He scored all 9. And then Russell, trailing by 7 to start the second quarter, took the lead behind Hayes Vines and Grayson Sims, who combined for 20 points. They were the only people who scored until the last 3 points of the first half. That was by Danye May and Russellville, who had trailed by 9 in the first quarter, led by 9 at halftime. In the third quarter, they got up by double digits, For a brief few seconds, it got cut to 9, but that was as close as it ever got. And Russellville won it going away, won it by 18, 62-44, and that was their largest lead there. Keelius Patterson came off the bench with 7 points. Marcus Jackson had 3. Those were the 5 scoring Cyclones in that game last night. Always a good day when you beat Conway. Doesn't matter what sport it's in. If you're a Russellville guy like me and been a Russellville guy for a long time, these youngsters may not know the rivalry that's been Russellville-Conway, but us fans really appreciate it. I told that to Coach Bennington, so they may not understand this, but for the old Russellville people, we always appreciate that. From Russellville, Conway, heck, even Arkansas Tech and UCA back when both teams were in the AIC, and that's a long time ago. You always appreciate a win over Conway. Russellville going to be the home team in this matchup against Watson Chapel. Again, we have not been given the starting lineups for Watson Chapel, but we're about to. They haven't posted it on the scoreboard. They have posted Russellville's, and so we'll get the starting lineup now. They already did the national anthem before the previous game. The first game of the day was at 11 o'clock. 5 games on the slate today, and each one has its own sponsor, and I say that because each one there's a trophy. Just like last night, the Cyclones got a trophy for beating Conway because it was the Bola and Grutt Waste Management Challenge, and so this one's called the Heartland Pharmacy Challenge, and they'll announce that here in just a minute when they give the starting lineups. The Watson Chapel Wildcats 4-4 on the season, coached by Marcus Adams, and the Russellville Cyclones, coached by Kyle Pennington, 3-5 on the season. Coach Pennington in his 4th season at Russellville, 70 victories. Picked up his 7th victory last night in that win against Conway. Turn it over to the PA guy.
To the John Stanton Classic here at Bugs Bowling Arena. This is the Heartland Pharmacy Challenge between Russellville and Watson Chapel. Watson Chapel will be the visitors on the scoreboard. Let's meet the starters. Number 1, Keyshawn Brown. Number 3, Xavier Nelson. Number 10, Hampton Hall. Number 14, Christopher Fountain. And number 25, Kamani Cooper. Head coach is Marcus Adams. And now for the home team, the Russellville Cyclones. Number 1, Diane May. Number 2, Hayes Hines. Number 3, Grayson Sims. Number 5, Marcus Jackson. And number 23, Cameron Frazier. And coaches Kyle Pennington, assistant coach C.J. Chapman.
Okay, there you heard it. The first thing that jumped out for me, knowing Watson Chapel, I'm looking for Antoine Emsweiler. He's number 4, and he's the 6'7" post kid that's averaging 15 points a game. He had 17 points against Russellville last year. Cyclones won that game. I'm looking, and I do not see him, so I don't know if he's injured or just not with them today, but that's going to be a huge loss for them. He's their leading scorer. The next leading scorer is number 14, Christopher Fountain, who's averaging 10 points a game. He's his third leading scorer. The second one is Kamani Cooper, number 25. He's averaging 16. They do spread it around a little bit. They have 3 guys normally averaging in double figures, and so that's something for us to look for. Russellville, home team, so they're going to be in the home white uniforms. And Russell wins the tip. This is Danye May bringing it up the floor for the Cyclones. Are playing with a shot clock, 35-second shot clock. Didn't affect Russellville at all last night. I don't know. I think we heard the buzzer one time, but the shot was already in the air. And there's a drive there by Danye. Is going to draw the foul. This is on Keyshawn Brown, his first.
Keyshawn Brown of the Wildcats. His first, team's first.
Russellville inbound it there along the baseline. Kick it out up top. There's Hayes Vines, who made an impact last night. Again, we said with 11 points, and he gets a bucket there for Russellville. Watson Chapel quickly down the floor, trying to beat Russellville down the floor, at least get their defense moving a little bit. Cyclones defended that nicely. Yeah, Vines scored 9 of his 11 points last night in that second quarter when Russellville took the lead. Had a couple threes to his credit. Done a little bit of the dirty work for Russellville, also getting some good rebounds. A steal last night inside. This is Fountain. Turned around, had to shoot it because didn't realize that the shot clock was going down. The shot goes off the iron. I don't think he wanted to shoot that. Wasn't open, but he had to pull the trigger on it. Again, the shot clock's something that everybody's going to have to get used to because it's going to be a rule for high school basketball next year. There's a nice little drive by Grayson Sims. No, they're going to call a charge on Grayson. That'll be his first. So race the basket. And now we have a timeout. Watson Chapel.
30-second timeout. Again, this is the Heartland Pharmacy Challenge. We have 3 more ball games.
Again, the Russellville Cyclones and Lady Cyclones will be hosting Little Rock Parkview on Tuesday night. Girls will play at 6. The boys will play after that, about 7:15, 7:30. We'll have both games for you. If you're there, of course, everybody probably knows by now, Scotty Thurman, great Razorback player, is the coach of Little Rock Parkview. I think some may come out just to watch him, and he's been known to get on the officials. I guess that's the nice way to say it. You probably Google some of that and find out some more, and I'll just stop there. I almost traveled there, almost drug that pivot foot. Here's a pull-up jumper by Cooper. That one won't go, tipped around. The follow is going to be good there by Christopher Fountain. We're all knotted up at 2. Nice pass to Cam Frazier. He found Jackson not open long enough to pull the trigger there. There's Cam back with it on the right side. So far they've gone man-to-man the entire time, but they know they're going to help there. And Cam Frazier, can he save it? He does to Grayson Sims. The shot clock did not reset. Ball didn't hit the iron, so we're down to 9 seconds. Nice feed underneath. Reverse layup is no good, but Danye May getting the rebound for Russellville. Cam had to do that, otherwise his shot was going to be blocked. Just almost got the bucket. And now whistle and a traveling violation is going to be called on Marcus Jackson. Ja'Cory Phillips, 6'3", forward, coming in for Watson Chapel. That's what you like about Cam Frazier, 6'3", but he can play out there like on the point guard there on defense. Offensive foul called against Watson Chapel.
Foul charge to the Wildcats, number 25.
That's Kamani Cooper. Again, Watson Chapel looking at man, but if somebody drives, especially May, they're looking to double team there. Danye misses the 3 there. Frazier again saving it for Russellville. Second time he saved a possession for the Cyclones. Good hustle there. Both times it's gone to Grayson Sims. A look pass inside was tipped away. Here come the Wildcats. This is Cooper with the drive. Takes it back out in the corner, going baseline here. Wave off the shot. Traveling is the call against Hampton Hall. Christopher Fountain back in for Watson Chapel. Danye won't use the screen there. Little floater from inside is good. May's first basket. Russell leads it 4-2. Cooper gets it over on the left side to Nelson. Jump stop in the lane. A little short on that one. There's Hayes with the rebound. Vines will bring it up the floor himself. Jackson in the corner. Cutting the basket. Good pass from Jackson. Can't convert, and this is going to be Russellville basketball as Christopher Fountain was out of bounds. He didn't establish himself before catching the basketball. Caleb Carter in the game for Russellville, number 20, 6'3 junior. Also a Tank Patterson, number 0 for Russellville. Grayson Sims will miss on that one. Scramble for the loose ball, and guess who? Frazier came up with it. Russellville then throws it away. Jalen Jones, check that. It's Keyshawn Brown who had the interception. The layup there is good by Keyshawn Brown, his first bucket. We're all tied again at 4. Free 5 on 4. Open 15-footer for May. Good job there by May, and I'm kind of surprised nobody challenged him more than that. Usually you stop the man with the ball. And I think he was expecting that and going to dish it to whoever came to him. He's going to dish it to that guy. They didn't. Open 15-footer. Russellville's not trailed in this ball game. There's Nelson in the corner. Cooper for 3. No good. Rebound Patterson. Danye in the front court. Frazier faking the 3. It's Caleb Carter. Russellville sharing the basketball. There's a nice little drive there by Danye. He's got the last 6 of Russellville's points. Watson Chapel looking to slow it down. They definitely would like to play at a little slower tempo than Russellville, but again, with the shot clock, they got to move, and they took all that time, and there's a travel. I was going to say, they only had 20 seconds to run their offense. Marcus Jackson checks back in and gives Frazier a rest, and Grayson Sims will check out. Number 4, Xavier Fox Diaz, a 6-foot senior in. We have a equipment issue. Marcus Strong checking in for Watson Chapel, 5'8 guard, and he is having to tuck in his shirt, so that's why the delay. It's Fox Diaz. Carter open in the corner. He's going to drive baseline, draw some attention, kicks it out. A wide open Marcus Jackson will miss the 3. Carter there with the rebound. He'll launch the 3. Nobody came out to meet him. Nobody jumped out, and he said, well, I'll take this open look. And now they step across the end line. An unforced error there by Watson Chapel. Coach Marcus Adams with on the far side. I thought he'd call timeout. I didn't realize they had stepped across the end line. May double teamed, then they back off. Nice feed underneath again. I mean, it's just fantastic. When it comes with a double team, Danye knows somebody's open, and he found Patterson there for a wide open layup. Kelius last night had 7 points. That's his first bucket this afternoon. Russellville leads at 13-4. Patterson almost there with a steal. Xavier Nelson caught in the lane. He throws it, and it's going to go in the back court. He had to do something with it. It wasn't a 5-second violation. It was a 3-second violation that was about to get him. Grayson Sims checks back in, giving Danye a rest. Tank gets it to him off the inbounds pass. Russellville leading it by 9. Marcus Jackson in the corner. Xavier's open for 3. This one no good. Carter, can he save it? He does. Has to throw it out up top, and Russellville tips it. It's controlled by Watson Chapel. The layup is pinned against the backboard there by Marcus Jackson. Marcus running the floor. There's a 3-pointer from the far side by Sims. Missed. Shot clock is turned off for the rest of this first quarter. Now whistle and a charge taken by Caleb Carter. You don't necessarily have to take the or hit the deck to do that. And that's on number 25, Kamani Cooper, his second. Grayson Sims couldn't get the screen set for him. He's going to drive inside, and boy, it looked like they grabbed him there and no call. Looked like Grayson got mugged there. They didn't call the foul. But, hey, after one quarter play, the Cyclones lead at 13-4. All right, so Russellville leads at 13-4 after one quarter of play. Danye May leading the way with 6 points. Caleb Carter with 3. 2 points each for Tank Patterson and Hayes Vines. Watson Chapel, just a bucket by Christopher Fountain and one by Keyshawn Brown, and that's been it. Pretty good first quarter for the Cyclones. Nobody in foul trouble, only one foul called on Russellville. It'll be Watson Chapel basketball when we start the second quarter here. Marcus Jackson, Grayson Sims, Danye May, Tank Patterson, and Caleb Carter on the floor to start the second quarter for Russellville. This is Keyshawn Brown. He has it there on the left side. They're trying to get the ball to Nelson popping free, but good defense there by Russellville. This is Nelson with it. Back over to Brown. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Brown will launch a three-pointer. No good. Caleb Carter has the rebound for Russellville. It's it to Sims over to May. Marcus Jackson backing his way in. Tried to go underneath there to Tank Patterson, and the ball was intercepted by Brown for Watson Chapel. There's a three-pointer from the corner is good. Their first three of the game. It's made by Marcus Strong. Danye May, little fadeaway jumper from the baseline. No. Wildcats on the move. Baseline jumpers, air ball, and on the follow, we'll get a foul called on the Cyclones. It's on Danye, his first, the team's second.
Personal foul on the Cyclones, number 1, Danye.
Watson Chapel 4-4 on the season. A big win this past week against Lake Hamilton, 54-53. They also beat Springdale Harbor. Their loss has been some good teams. Little Rock Christian, Marion, Stuttgart. And Russellville beat this team at Watson Chapel last year by 8 points. There's a three-pointer. That one's good. Back-to-back threes for Marcus Strong. That'll race a lead quickly, and Hayes Vines will answer for the Cyclones. Haynes hit a couple last night. Haynes with 11 points last night. He's got 5 tonight. He started I believe the last game in Rogers, and started last night. He and Grayson Sims combined for 20 points in that second quarter when Russell took the lead against Conway. The drive, little floater, no. The follow, no good. Ball being tipped around. That drive missed. Boy, they can't buy a basket from inside. Russell needs to extend this lead while they can. Danye made great feed underneath there to Cam Frazier. I don't know how Danye saw him, Frazier cleans it up with the basket. Watson Chapel's coach Marcus Adams wants to take a timeout. Russell leads it here 18-10. Be a 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout for the Wildcats. It's been our
Coming up at the half, we'll talk to you about the Hoops for Hunger tournament. Give you the schedule, first round games for that. That'll be December 28th, 29th, and 30th at Cyclone Arena. Russellville, 3 teams in that tournament. That's right, 3 teams. Boys, girls, and the JV boys that they're filling in for Maumelle that dropped out. Cyclones here with 5 points in this quarter. A 3-pointer by Vines and a 2-pointer there by Frazier off the great feed from Danye May. I'm talking to Coach Pennington after the game last night, and he thought Danye really close to a triple-double with rebounds and assists last night. There's a steal by Danye. Maybe he could get double-digit steals today. Whistle foul, the reach in. That's going to be on Keyshawn Brown. That'll be his second.
personal foul. The Wildcats number 1, Keyshawn Brown. His second, team's 4th into the ball game for the Cyclones. Number 5, Marcus
Patterson will check out. Marcus back in. Danye pull up, 18-footer is good. He's got 8. And Russell's largest lead here at 10. There's a drive by Brown, stops. Boy, stopped on a dime. Missed the shot there. Hayes with the rebound. Finds Danye, the outlet. Don't have the numbers. Sometimes if you got the angle, that'll help, but he'll wait on his teammates, and Russell will run their offense. 3-pointer by Mays, good. Whistle underneath. There's a foul, and I think Russell's going to get an extra possession here. We'll have to wait and see. Christopher Fountain, number 14, gets whistled for the foul. Count the basket because it happened with the ball in the air, and Russell gets possession. How about that? Can we make it a 6-point trip? We can. How about that? May makes a 3-pointer. Watson Chapel whistled for a foul. May makes another one. That's a 6-point offensive possession. That's a touchdown. We need the extra point. That's a traveling violation there. Russell's opened it up 26-10 here against Watson Chapel. Tell you, these officials love the shot clock because they don't have to count 10 seconds in the backcourt. They just look up and see if they cross the timeline before it hits 25. They don't have to keep that hand count. Danye pick and roll there. Nicely done with Frazier, and Cam's going to go to the free throw line. 2 oldest plays in basketball, the give and go and the pick and roll. And they still work. Cam going to the free throw line. That foul called on Marcus Strong, his first, the 6th team foul. And sometimes there's a free throw, it's good. Sometimes when you're not as quick as the other team, that's when you get whistled for the foul. It's not always the most aggressive team because you're not quick enough. You're reaching and grabbing and somebody coming by you, and that's what happened there. Cam makes 1 of 2. I guess it's a good foul if you foul a guy shooting a layup and he only makes 1 of 2, but Russell with a 17-point advantage now. There's a bucket there by Ja'Cory Phillips. I'm sorry, by Cooper. That stops a run by Russell. I was trying to figure, I think it was a 14-0 run. They leave Donye open from the top. Missed the three. Russellville can't get the offensive rebound there. Keyshawn Brown came away with it. They're going to step up, and Cooper's going to launch a three. He knocked that one down. Cooper, who's averaging 16 a game, hasn't scored until the last two trips down the floor. He's got 5 points. Now they're on a 5-0 run with that after Russell's 14-0 run. 15 seconds to shoot here. It's Marcus at the top. Three-pointer by Grayson Sims. Grayson knocking down his first bucket of the game. 2 minutes to go. Russell has a 15-point lead here in the first half. Will fade away. 15. No. Marcus with the rebound. He'll bring up the floor himself. Double dribbles the call. Thinking of it, I think he's wanting to dish it off and saw a defender there, maybe just lost control of it. Caleb Carter will check in, replacing Cam Frazier. This is game 2 of 5 games today here at the John Stanton Classic at Conway. Russell played in one last night, defeating the Wampus Cats, the host team, by 18. We're going to get technical foul. Are they going to offensive goaltending? No, they're going to give him a technical foul.
Technical foul, number 14.
This is on Christopher Fountain. He was going up to try to follow the shot there and hung on the rim, and you could do that if you're trying to protect yourself, but they deemed it that he wasn't. So Russell, who already had possession of the ball, they take 2 free throws plus possession, which they already had that anyway. You get to pick anybody you want shooting the free throws, and of course they're going with Grayson Sims, who just under 90% from the line on the season. He knocks down both of them. It also goes as a personal foul, so Christopher Fountain has 2 personal fouls now, and also puts Russell will be shooting the 1-and-1 if anything else happens in this final 90 seconds. Unless if it's not a shooting foul, they'll shoot the 1-and-1. 7th team foul. Fox Diaz in the game, catching that one in the corner. Get back to Grayson. Caleb Carter open left side. Three-pointers no good. And Fox Diaz gets the rebound for Russellville. A fresh 35. There's Donye from the corner. That one won't go. Xavier kept it alive briefly. Caleb Carter's follow won't go. Russellville still in possession of it as somebody had it underneath there and whistled for the travel. I couldn't tell. Marcus Adams, the coach for Watson Chapel, came in. He's upset with his team. He says, somebody get a rebound. We could hear him from up here. Cyclones called for a traveling violation there underneath. So stats coming up at halftime. Also talked to you about the Hoops for Hunger tournament. Backdoor cut off nicely there. Nelson had to give it up. Here's Cooper. His shot is good. Cooper's come alive a little bit. 7 points here in the second quarter. Russell, though, leading by 15. 15 seconds left. And our clock's not official, but it's pretty close. You can kind of see it above the backboard there. The shot clock is turned off. 4 seconds. You got to do something with it. Donye, 2 seconds, gets it over to Grayson Sims. His three-pointer on the buzzer might have been partially blocked there. Couldn't tell. Does come up short. He doesn't shoot many short, so Russell leads it here at the half, 32-17. I'm going to take just a quick break, do some totaling, come back with the stats the first half. I'll also talk to you about the Hoops for Hunger tournament, as we promised. All that coming up during our halftime show. Cyclones lead it here by 15. Welcome back. Cyclones leading here at the half against Watson Chapel, 32-17. Russellville Cyclones and Lady Cyclones are going to host Little Rock Parkview on Tuesday at Cyclone Arena. It'll be the first home game for Russellville and Russellville's boys, and first time both teams have played together. Usually we've done that by now, but only one non-conference game that they scheduled together. That's coming up on Tuesday. Girls will be at 6 o'clock, and boys about 7:15, 7:30 right after that. Both teams taking on the Patriots of Little Rock Parkview. After that, they'll take a break for Christmas and then get ready for the Hoops for Hunger tournament. Mentioned to you that we had a team pull out of boys. Didn't mention that part of it last night. Did give you the schedule, but Maumell's boys had pulled out. And so Russellville's entered two teams. They entered a JV team. And that JV team, the JV boys, will take on Atkins on the boys' side of the bracket. They'll be the second game of the day. They're going to alternate girls game, boys game, girls game, boys game. So you'll have on the first day 4 boys games, 4 girls games, so 8 games total, all starting at 10 o'clock. But the first boys game will be 11:30 as Russell's JV takes on Atkins. We'll try to stream that one. We'll try to stream 3 that day. We can't make any promises on that, but we're going to try to. The winner or loser of that Russellville JV Atkins game will take on the winner or loser of Van Buren and Dardanelle. That game will be at 5:30. Pottsville will take on Baptist Prep in boys. That game will be at 2:30. The Russellville Cyclones will take on Shiloh Christian. That'll be the last game of the day on December 28th at 8:30. And Shiloh Christian, Russellville, the winner or loser of that game, will play the winner or loser of Pottsville and Baptist Prep. On the girls' side, the very first game of the day is at 10 o'clock in the morning on December 28th, Van Buren against Charleston. The 4 o'clock game, Bergman and Dardanelle, those 4 teams paired up together, winner, loser playing those 2 teams. Bergman, Dardanelle playing at 4 o'clock. At 1 o'clock on the girls' side, Pottsville against Atkins, and the winner, loser of that game will play the winner, loser of the 7 o'clock game. Russellville Lady Cyclones taking on Lady Hornets of Maumelle. Again, that game at 7 o'clock for Lady Cyclones. So, just looking at it, Russellville will have the last 2 games of the day. The girls playing at 7, the boys playing at 8:30. But don't forget the JV boys playing Atkins at 11:30 that morning. It's going to be that way for December 28th, December 29th, where you have 8 games a day. The 30th, though, they'll only have 6 games. They don't have a 7th-place game, so if a team loses 2 games on the first 2 days, they will not play that third one. So not quite guaranteed 3 games. But that's the Hoops for Hunger tournament. Took a break from it last year due to COVID. It's starting back up this year, and all the games will be held at Cyclone Arena. This is game 2 of 5 games today here at the John Stanton Classic called the Heartland Pharmacy Challenge. Watson Chapel and Russellville. The Cyclones lead it here 32-17 in that first half. Danye May leading all scores with 14 points. Hayes Vines and Grayson Sims each with 5. 3 points for Caleb Carter and Cam Frazier, and Achilles Patterson with 2 points for the Cyclones. Watson Chapel was led by Kamari Cooper, who had 7 points, all in the second quarter. Marcus Strong, all his 6 points in the second quarter. Keyshawn Brown and Christopher Fountain each with 2. Russellville led, never trailed in this game. They led 13-4 in the first quarter. They had, remember it was 4-4 at one point, so Russellville closed the quarter on a 9-0 run. Then in the second quarter, they had a 14-0 run at one point. They lead it here 32-17 at the half. Still got about 3:45 left before we start the second half. We're going to step away and then come back. When we come back, we'll have the second half for you. Cyclones leading it here at halftime by 15. We have to turn down our sound because a lot of time our YouTube videos will get flagged for music in the background. So when we're not talking, we try to turn it down because we don't want to get blocked or anything. But they just blew the buzzer there, and Watson Chapel's still not out of the locker room. You can see the clock's kind of synced up. We're as close as we can. Watson Chapel just now coming out on the floor, as I said that. So they're not going to get any time at all to warm up. It should be Russell basketball because we did not have a jump ball in that entire first half. Get our clock reset. Be Cam Frazier, Danye May, Marcus Jackson, Hayes Vines, and Grayson Sims. And the coaches are walking across the floor for Watson Chapel. Right now, they're just now getting out of the locker room. Got a brief look at that. Sorry about that, but I wanted you to see that. That's why I was chuckling. The game was starting, and their coaches just had not still made it to the bench yet. They had a lot of things to discuss, I'm sure. Danya, here's the double team. They've gone to a zone there. They played man almost the entire first half. And here they sink back in the zone. It worked with the interior passing, knocking it away. There's a three-pointer missed by Cooper. They're going to get an extra possession. Sometimes those three-pointers, when they come off the iron, you don't know what's going to happen with them. Long rebounds, odd bounces. And Grayson Sims almost getting a steal there, doing a good job denying the entry pass. Bounce pass there comes to Fountain. He missed the shot, but he gets fouled. Be on Cam Frazier. Be his first. Russell only committed 2 fouls in the entire first half, so nobody in foul trouble. For Russell, nobody with more than one. The first free throws by Watson Chapel missed the first. Russell only shot 4 free throws in the first half, and 2 of those were a technical foul called against Christopher Fountain for hanging on the rim. Missed them both. Grayson Sims, open three-pointer, nothing but net there. He's got 8 here, a couple threes. 34 three-pointers for Grayson on the season. Fountain's drive, won't get the bounce there. Marcus can't save it, he touched it last. This is Cooper, the triggerman. Vines is fronting him. Pass comes back to him. Kind of expected that. He'll pull up from 18 just inside the three-point line. He's got 9 points there. Again, Russell held him scoreless in the entire first quarter. Scored 7 in the second quarter. Marcus double team, whistle foul called on Watson Chapel. It'll be on Hampton Hall, his first. Danye May tried to give it inside there. Frazier too hot to handle. Russell turns the ball over. There's Cooper. Check that. Yeah, it's Fountain on the missed shot. Clean defense there, played by Russellville. He was wanting a foul, not going to get it. Danye misses on his drive. Watson Chapel trying to get it down the floor. Grayson Sims was back there. Takes away the pass with the interception. Played by Grayson. Vines open right side. Three-pointer a little short on that one. Watson Chapel has it. It's Kamari Cooper from 15. That one's good. He's in double figures. 11 points for Cooper. Russell's lead at 14 right now. Led by 15 at the half. Russell only with one basket here in the second half. A three-pointer by Grayson Sims. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Grayson left side, three-pointer. $17-point lead for Russellville. Grayson, 2 threes here in the third quarter. He's had double figures for the game with 11 points. I did everything but go through for Fountain, but the follow is good there by Hampton Hall. Hall got good position against the Russell defense that time. Danye thought about a drive. We'll use a screen. I can't figure out who to guard. Briefly double team. They back off. His drive missed. And with the rebound is Keyshawn Brown. They're looking to run. Nelson open. Left side missed the three. But the rebound by Fountain underneath. The shot partially blocked by Frazier, and they're going to get a foul called. That's what frustrates you. Frazier thought he had a clean block, but the foul called, and it wasn't called by the guy underneath. And not that it can't be, but frustrates Cameron a little bit. He's picked up 2 fouls here in the third quarter. We have Russell timeout called by Coach Pennington. 60-second timeout. Russell leads it here 38-23. Congratulations to the Lady Cyclones for a big victory against Rogers up in Northwest Arkansas last night. Lady Cyclones winning that one 53-50 in overtime. Of course, our senior boys was here last night. Was pounding Conway 62-44. In a game that once Russell took over in the second quarter was never close. It never got closer than 9 points in the second half. Christopher Fountain shooting 2 after the foul called on Cam Frazier. First free throw's no good. Hit that one. Didn't want to say anything because he was on a streak of missing. He was 0 for 3. You don't talk about a streak if you want it to keep going, but now he's 1 for 4. Does get one of those two. Double team, Russellville. I got a brief man advantage. Grayson Sims does make him pay. He's got 14 there with that three-pointer from the right side. It's like coming with the blitz. You know, if it doesn't work, somebody's open. And now Russellville takes a defensive rebound, wanting to push up the floor. Nice little move by Danye May. Whistle, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Watson Chapel. Grayson and Danye each with 14 points. Danye driving left side of the lane, gets the shooter's bounce, shooter's touch there. 16 points for Danye. Russellville leads at 43-24, their largest lead of the game. Squeaks in there, Xavier Nelson, his first basket of the game. Carter catches it on the move. Russell had an open look, couldn't convert. Comes Watson Chapel. Ball knocked away. Russell going back the other direction. May coming in from the right side. His shot was blocked by Fountain. Fountain will slow it up. Say that, then he gets it to Cooper, who looked like he's wanting to attack a little bit. He will wait on them to get set up. In the corner, this is Brown. Starts his drive, turnaround jumper from 10. Missed everything. Russell going to let it go out of bounds. Xavier Fox Diaz replaces Vines for Russellville. Carter finding Sims. He's open. Left side. That one's no good. Whistle underneath. We got a foul called on Kamari Cooper, who just picked up his third.
Personal foul.
Russell's won their last 2 games. Remember, they beat Rogers up at the Classic there at Heritage. And then last night's 18-point victory against Conway. Looking to make it 3 in a row. They can hang on here nearing the end of the third quarter. It's Tank Patterson who's in the game, number 0. Caleb Carter now to Fox Diaz. Tank can shoot it from out there. He goes inside with a pass to Marcus Jackson, kicking it out to Carter. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gagne in the corner will step back, shoot the 3. No. Rebound. Kamari Cooper. Cooper in transition. And all the way, hit the layup. Cooper with 13 points for Watson Chapel. He's making up for not scoring in that first quarter. He had 7 in the second quarter, 6 here in this quarter. No look pass in the corner from Patterson, and now a traveling violation called on Russellville. May will check out
for the Cyclones, number 3, Grayson Sims.
For Russellville. Get a quick break before the start of the fourth quarter. This is Cooper going inside to Hall. He got caught too far underneath the basket. Back out to Cooper. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Whistle, hand check foul is going to be called on Xavier Fox Diaz, his first. A third team foul. It's been a relatively clean game. Only 9 fouls total called in the first half. There's 5 called here. Nice backdoor cut there and a charge. No, a blocking foul, so that'll count the basket there. I thought Grayson had set up perfectly to take that charge. So count the basket by Cooper. Grayson's picked up his second. A little late getting there is what they say. 16 points there. The shot is good there by, the free throw is good there by Cooper. There's a floater by Grayson Sims. No, he's going to get his own rebound. Whistle, foul. They calling the foul there on number 14, Christopher Fountain. That'll be his third. Remember, he had a technical foul called on him, so and that counted as a personal foul. Russell with 3.7 left. Try to get one shot off here before the end of the third quarter. Goes to Marcus Jackson. 2 seconds, 1 second. Russell can't get the shot off.
Our score at the end of 3.
Watson Chapel won that quarter, but only by 2. I'm sorry, by 3, I guess. We led by 15 at the break. Lead by 12 here, 43-31. Russellville led by 19 at one point, but Kamari Cooper coming alive with 9 points in that quarter. Russell still, though, after 3, lead at 43-31. Here at the John Stanton Classic, this game officially dubbed the Heartland Pharmacy Challenge. Russell got one trophy last night in the challenge of Russell Conway. Cyclones won that one 62-44. Pick up a victory here that give them 3 wins in a row. And Coach Pennington likes the wins, but he likes the fact that his team seems to be getting better. They are. Played a very tough non-conference schedule, including this one here. There's a drive, a shot was good there by Hampton Hall. Russellville comfortable here at third quarter. At one point, we were up 19. It's been cut down to 10 now. There's Danye on the drive, a little floater in the lane, in and out. Rebound, Watson Chapel. They can cut it to single digits with a bucket here. Cooper missed the cut of the basket. Hall, whistle, foul underneath, called on Russellville.
Personal foul on the Cyclones, number 3, Grayson.
That's number 3 on Grayson. And the 15th foul on the Cyclones. Fountain open. He'll launch the 3. That's an air ball. Jackson with the rebound for Russellville. Now you got to play a tough non-conference schedule. That's what Russell did, because they're going to get everybody's best shot. They always do when you're back-to-back-to-back conference champions. That's going to happen. Nice little drive there by Hayes. Hayes has 7. Had 11 last night's victory against Conway. His career-high three-pointer missed there. There's Cam Frazier with the defensive board. Cam doing a good job of cleaning up the glass. He's got it at the top there. Grayson Sims on the right side. He's a screen set by Frazier as Watson Chapel's gone back to a man-to-man. They opened the third quarter with a zone, and they kind of went back and forth in that third quarter. Playing man now. Shot clock down to 14. There's Danye on the left side. Drives in lane. The pass was deflected and go out of bounds. It'll stay with Russellville, but they have 8 seconds left on the shot clock. You see it right above the backboard there. Bounce pass comes to Grayson in the corner. 4 seconds to shoot. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Spin move there. Danye May off the rim. And Russell can't save it in bounds. As long as it hits the rim, it resets. Russell unable to convert on that possession. This is Kamari Cooper, their leading scorer tonight, or sorry, this afternoon, with 16 points. That's his average. The drive, and Fountain gets the slam and draws the foul. Usually you see a slam dunk on a breakaway. He did it off the dribble, and he's gonna go to the free throw line for the and one. That foul called on Cam Frazier, Russell's 6th team foul. Christopher Fountain 1 of 4 from the line. Missed that one. Doesn't get the three-point play. Lead back down to 10 for the second time in the fourth quarter by Russellville. Carter and Patterson checked in right before that free throw for the Cyclones. Danye will go the opposite side of the screen there and give it up to Grayson Sims. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Danye in the corner. Double team. Here's Carter, wide open from the top. Nothing but net there. That's huge because teams are going to double Danye May and sometimes Grayson Sims. Get some other guys stepping up, and that's Caleb's second three-pointer of this game. And Watson Chapel just threw it away. Cyclones leading here by 13. They run a little bit of clock, and Danye passed on that three-pointer, and Coach Pennington must have said something that made him laugh because they were both chuckling over there. Shot clock down to 9. Tank inside double team. It's going to be whistled for the travel. I think he was wanting to score, but he was caught too far underneath the basket. And now a timeout called by the Wildcats of Watson Chapel. Russell leading here by 13. 30-second timeout. I'm sorry, it's been changed to a full timeout. Russell with 5 points here in the fourth quarter, but they've weathered a little bit of a comeback there by Watson Chapel, who's cut the lead to 10 two different times. Caleb Carter with a three-pointer, Hayes Vines with a 2. That's been the scoring for Russellville in this fourth quarter. Lead it, though, by 18. A timeout taken by Watson Chapel. They have 2 timeouts left, Russell with 4. That's Nelson on the drive. Xavier misses that one. Looked like they were going to have the rebound. Russell knocked it away from Hampton Hall. Wildcats in a man-to-man defense. Danye takes it right side of the lane. Stops off the glass and in. I heard the Cyclone fan yell out, and one. Should have been. But Danye now with 18. Russell leads it by 15. This Kamari Cooper has not scored here in the fourth quarter. He did a lot of scoring in the second and third, though. Leads them with 16 points. Gives it off. Deshaun Brown's shot no good. Danye with the rebound. Brown trying to draw the foul. Didn't act well enough for the official. Missed 3, and we got a foul on the backside called on the Cyclones. That's 17 fouls, so. And a second whistle, so I don't know what happened. Technical foul. I heard the second whistle. I assume technical foul.
The Cyclones, number 2, Hayes Vines. Technical foul. That's Russell Cyclones, number 1, Danye May.
All right, foul called on Hayes Vines, and Danye's been whistled for a technical foul. So they're going to do a lot of shooting here because Hayes Vines made it a 1-and-1. So Kamari Cooper's going to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. You shoot him in the order that it happened. It's what you don't like if you're Russell. You don't want to give him a chance to score without the clock moving. I hit the first, and so here's the bonus of the 1-and-1 by Kamari Cooper. Hit them both. And now the technical fouls, and they're going to keep Kamari Cooper at the free throw line, who's 3 of 3 this afternoon from the line. And now a bench warning's been issued to Marcus Adams of Watson Chapel. He was talking to the official at half court, and I don't know what he was talking to him about. He ought to be happy right now, and the official just gave him a bench warning. Of course, that's not going to make Russell happy because they're like, give him a technical foul. You gave our guy one. The first free throw for the technical foul is good. The second one's also good. So they hit 4 for 4 from the free throw line. They get the ball, which they had it anyway. Well, I guess they wouldn't have. They've been shooting 1-and-1. So, yeah, bonus possession here for Watson Chapel. So, big turnaround here as they hit 4 free throws. That's our second technical foul of the game, too. Remember, Watson Chapel got one in the first half for hanging on the rim. And whistle on the far side. I don't know what it kick ball or what. I think that's what it was. Shot clock did not reset, so it had to be what it is. If it's above 15, the shot clock will not reset on a kick ball. If it's below 15, it'll reset to 15. There's Fountain on the drive. Nice feed underneath to Hall, and he gets the layup. So 6 points on that possession, 4 of 4 from the free throw line and the bucket. And the lead for Russellville has been cut down to 9. Tank Patterson gives it up to Caleb Carter. This is Fox Diaz with it. Shot clock at 17. Caleb in the corner. Patterson fakes the three on his drive. Whistle, blocking foul called on Watson Chapel. I think Russell fans would have been, they'd come unglued if that would have been called against Tank.
Personal foul on the Wildcats, number 14, Christopher Fountain.
That's on Fountain. That's just the 4th foul called on the Wildcats, but that's huge because that's number 4 on Fountain. He's been their second leading scorer this afternoon. Nice shot there by Russellville. And Fox Diaz trailing the play and gets the steal. Russellville leads by 9 right now. The clock their friend with 1:50 left. Shot clock at 20. Danye May to the free throw line. Gets in the corner to Xavier. Back to Danye. Now 9 seconds on the shot clock. Marcus Jackson on his drive. 2 seconds. Lost it going up. Whistle foul. That's got to frustrate you as a coach for Watson Chapel. You play good defense, and with 34 seconds and worth of defense, and then you foul. And I don't want to say you bailed Russellville out because they were getting a good look on that right side. Russellville, it's perfect. He ran all that time off, and it's going to end for possible points here, at least for the free throw line. 1:27 left to go in the game. Russellville leads it by 9. Marcus has not scored in this game. Shot his first free throws of the season last night. Misses this one. Vines and Sims back in the game for Russellville, replacing Patterson and Xavier Fox Diaz. John Stanton Classic, 2-day classic. You know who you're going to play ahead of time. Russellville beat Conway last night. Leading Watson Chapel here now by 10 with the Marcus Jackson making the second of 2 free throws. There's a three-pointer from the top. That one missed. Hall can't control it one-handed. Russellville gets the rebound. That's huge there. If that goes down, knocking it down to 7. Instead, Russellville keeps the 10-point lead and the basketball. Here's Danye at the top. Almost lost it, got it back. Hayes Fines with 14 on the shot clock. It's going to drive off the glass, no good. Tipped around. Marcus keeps it alive, straight to Danye. Danye does the smart thing. And, I thought we got a new 35. We don't. Now he realizes it. He drives the basket with 1 second on the shot clock. Good play by Danye. I for some reason thought the shot clock had reset. It had not. Danye realized that. And he draws the foul. He's going to the free throw line, and that's number 5 on Christopher Fountain, who fouls out.
Number 12, Marcus Strong.
It's Danye's first trip to the free throw line. Just not many free throws. Russellville, in fact, they have not shot a free throw in the second half until Marcus Jackson did a while ago. His first free throw is good. Slaps the hands of the ghost guys that are there with him. Russellville shot 4 in the first half, and now this will be the 4th one of the second half. 20 points for Danye as he hits both free throws. Russellville leads by 12. Cyclones going to move to 4-5 on the season, winning their last 3 games. A whistle foul. Marcus Jackson, they're going to count the basket. Good grief. Well, Cooper gets that one to go. He's got 22. That'll be the first foul called on Marcus Jackson. Free throw no good. Patterson with the rebound for Russellville. He'll bring it up the floor himself. Pass ahead in the front court to number 11, Amari Ellis. checked in the game for the first time, 6'3 junior.
Personal foul on the Wildcats, number 1, Keyshawn Brown.
They haven't stopped. They're fouling Keyshawn Brown, wanting to stop the clock, put Russell on the free throw line as the lead's down to 10. This is Hayes Vines. Shooting 1 and 1. Free throw no good. Watson Chapel with the rebound. Missed the shot there. And there's Cam Frazier with it. Ellis in the backcourt. His pass intercepted. Here's Cooper. Goes in for the two-hand slam. He's got 24. And Russellville, though, will come away with an 8-point victory. Led by as many as 19 at one point. This is the closest it got in the second half. Russell wins it 53-45. We're going to step away for just a couple minutes, do some totaling, and be back. Give you the totals here in just a minute. Cyclones win it here by a score of 53-45. Again, don't want to say it wasn't as close as that, because it did feel like it was close, but again, that's the closest it got in the second half there. Give me the totals here. First for Watson Chapel, Kamari Cooper is the only player in double figures for Watson Chapel, but he had 24 points. Russellville held him scoreless in the first quarter. He ended up getting 7 in the second quarter, 9 in the third quarter. He was perfect from free throw line, and until that very end where he missed the and one. 24 points for the game. 6 points each for Hampton Hall and Marcus Strong. 5 points for Christopher Fountain. 2 points each for Xavier Nelson and Keyshawn Brown. For the Cyclones, they were led by Danye May, who had 20 points. 14 points for Grayson Sims. 7 points for Hayes Vines. 6 points for Caleb Carter. 3 points for Cameron Frazier, 2 points for Achilles Patterson, and 1 point for Marcus Jackson. Russell winning game 53-45. This is 3 consecutive wins for Russell. And again, we talked to Coach Pennington. He said I don't care what our record is going into non-conference. I don't care if we're losing record, winning record. He said I got to prepare these guys for conference and the state tournament. And so he's played in some tough tournaments and classics. Of course, this one here, playing Conway last night, team upper class division. And then, of course, played that Missouri tournament, played in Rogers Heritage in the 3 games last weekend. And he said all those had a purpose, and so that was his plan. And they still have one more non-conference game, and then the Hoops for Hunger tournament. The non-conference game will come up on Tuesday with the boys and girls hosting Little Rock Parkview. That'll be at Cyclone Arena, the first time both teams have played together this season. The girls will start at 6 o'clock. The boys about 7:20, 7:30, usually right around in there. We'll have both games for you, not just here on Cyclone Booth, but also on the River Country KCJC FM 102.3. And then the rest of the games of the year will be on the radio, simulcast with our stream. Killing just a little bit of time because I know Coach Pennington, he likes to come to us, but I know I talked to him last night, and I said, with all these tournaments and you getting the trophies and all that stuff, especially when you're not at your home base, because you kind of have to get out of the locker room because, hey, there's 5 games today. That's 10 teams coming in. So he's got other duties, but holding it just long enough. They were presented a trophy here for winning the Heartland Pharmacy Challenge, defeating Watson Chapel by the Conway Athletic Director, Clint Ashcraft. Appreciate you joining us this afternoon for Russellville Cyclone basketball. Russellville 2-0 here at the John Stanton Classic with the win against Conway last night, 62-44, and the win today here against Watson Chapel. Again, can't say this enough, want to get a big shout-out to the Russellville Lady Cyclones with their big upset last night, going up Northwest Arkansas and defeating Rogers Lady Mounties 53-50 in overtime. Congratulations to Coach Kell and the entire Lady Cyclone basketball team. Can't wait to see them in action on Tuesday at Cyclone Arena against Little Rock Parkview. Once again, give you quick totals here. Danye May, 20 points for Russellville. Grayson Sims with 14. Those were your only two players in double figures. But not always about the points. It's always who's hitting some key baskets. Certain times, like Caleb Carter hit 2 big threes, and they were at specific times when Russellville needed it, along with Hayes Vines. Hayes had 7 points. Carter was 6. Cam Frazier with 3. 2 points for Tank Patterson and 1 point for Marcus Jackson. Cyclones win it here by a score of 53-45. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you on Tuesday night.